Music in the Brain has made my career a lot more fun. And I know that now I have a bigger purpose.
They had like a hands-on experience in music, not only having a general music class.
When the kids have an aha moment, you know, it's like they've been working on certain pieces for a little while and all of a sudden they're like, ah, that's how you do it, you know, and then you realize they could really play.
The structure that came into the classroom of the program was awesome. Not only did students see that there had to be a procedure to coming to the keyboards, when to put headphones on, when to turn their keyboards on. There was a very clear process of, this is what we're doing today, look at this piece that we're learning, let's practice it, let's talk about it, let's clap the rhythms, let's sing it, the historical context. And then when they got to the keyboards, there was such a great focus, and there was never enough time in the lesson. Cool. Never enough time.
Oftentimes, there'll be something new in the music that I'll totally forget about, and they'll go, hey, I noticed that there's a dotted half note in this song, or why are those look like eighth notes, but something's different, and it'll be, you know, two double eighths stuck together or something like that. So it's things that I don't even think about because I know how to read music, and they're asking questions about it, and they're talking about it with each other and with me, and so that's really changed my classroom in that I'm doing a lot less of the talking and my students are able to do a lot more talking, which engages them in the lesson and really pushes them to think more deeply about what we're doing.
I think Music in the Brain is a really great fit for new and experienced music teachers. The model of the lessons allows teachers to have a framework, to have organization, and really jam-packed lessons with lots of different diverse activities, including instrument instruction.
I do think that the difference is that Music in the Brain for first grade and kindergarten, I would see at this point of the year maybe the routine was getting a little bit, the routine that we used to do would be getting a little bit tiresome over and over. And I thought I was going to see that with Music in the Brain, but because we keep changing songs and it's like scaffolded, I think that their interest is still at the same peak as it was on day one when they walked in and saw the keyboards.
So at the workshops, we meet other teachers who, many have been doing it a really long time, and they kind of, even just throwing out one idea, you write it down and you take it with you. So it's really nice to share with other teachers, especially like experienced ones with the program. And it's a lot of fun. And that's how, I remember my first workshop was where I was a little intimidated because you guys threw us in to try and get up and teach right away, which looking back, I would be able to do that now. I feel like I could go to a workshop and do that but I think that was good that you threw us in like that because it makes me realize how far I've come as a teacher since that first workshop.
The kids love it. The songs are age appropriate. They're not too difficult, the pieces, and they're not overly simple. So the kids get challenged, but they feel like, you know, a sense of accomplishment because they can play it by the end of the period.
Teachers who have been teaching for 15 and 20 years who come to our program are usually amazed at how much they can accomplish in one lesson.
I love Music in the Brain, the students love it, our administration loves it, everybody loves it. It makes my life so much better to have this in our school. To be quite frank, I never would have come up with this quality of curriculum without the help of everybody at Music in the Brain. In addition to the curriculum materials that we have, the written curriculum has been a huge help for us.
Every lesson has 10 to 12 possible guided questions for higher order thinking and questioning about the piece, whether it be technique or you know, cultural aspects, and even language, questions about language and vocabulary, which helps the kid because that's the big focus in New York City, you know, literacy content and content overall.
I think for the times that we're living right now, the technology, this is the instrument that we need to have in elementary school. They have to think, they have to practice, they have to motivate themselves to work at a different level that they are working in class.
What I noticed also that they have a difficulty to focusing when they're reading books, because I'm also in a reading class, but I have no problem when they're focusing on the piano. So it's like embedded in their brain already. They're practicing playing instruments, you know, as this I have a saying, musicians have an octave above intelligence because they all part of the brain is activated. So I believe that this have to be taught in every single school.